Violent crimes. Murder. Arnulfo Barbosa. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Murder. Arnulfo Barbosa is wanted for his alleged involvement in the shooting death of a male family friend on June 25, 2004, in Springfield, Oregon. A felony arrest warrant was issued on June 28, 2004, by the Circuit Court of Lane County, Oregon, charging Barbosa with one count of murder. On July 14, 2004, a federal arrest warrant was issued by the United States District Court, District of Oregon, Eugene, Oregon, charging Barbosa with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Barbosa may travel to parts of California, Oregon, Washington, Arizona, or Mexico. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. Field Office, Portland. Should be considered armed and dangerous. Coming up next. Alvin Scott is wanted in connection with the murder of his estranged wife and her male companion in the Buckhead area of Atlanta, Georgia, on August 3, 2001. Both victims were shot numerous times in both the torso and the head. On August 4, 2001, a City of Atlanta arrest warrant was issued for Scott. Then, on August 7, 2001, the United States District Court, Northern District of Georgia, issued a federal arrest warrant for Scott charging him with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Scott is a naturalized citizen of the United States who may be traveling on a U.S. passport back to his native homeland of Turkey. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $20,000 for information leading to the location and arrest of Alvin Scott. Up next, Robert William Fisher. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, first-degree murder, 3 counts, arson of an occupied structure. Fisher is physically fit and is an avid outdoorsman, hunter, and fisherman. He has a noticeable gold crown on his upper left first bicuspid tooth. He may walk with an exaggerated erect posture and his chest pushed out due to a lower back injury. Fisher is known to chew tobacco heavily. He has ties to New Mexico and Florida. Fisher is believed to be in possession of several weapons, including a high-powered rifle. Robert William Fisher is wanted for allegedly killing his wife and 2 young children and then blowing up the house in which they all lived in Scottsdale, Arizona, in April of 2001. Fisher has surgical scars on his lower back. He may be working as a surgical catheter technician, respiratory therapist, fireman. Should be considered armed and extremely dangerous. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. Field Office, Phoenix. Next up, Danny Leot. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, murder, 2nd degree. Danny Leot is wanted for the murder of a man in New York City, Manhattan, on May 7, 1987. On that date, Leot was taken by a female acquaintance to an apartment to see a man about selling a piece of jewelry. During that meeting, Leot allegedly used a knife to attack both the man, who was physically impaired and in a wheelchair, as well as the female acquaintance. Leot allegedly stabbed the man to death, and then threatened to kill the woman, who survived the attack, if she reported him to law enforcement. Leot was charged with 2nd-degree murder in the criminal court of the City of New York on March 18, 1988. A federal arrest warrant was issued for Leot in the United States District Court, Southern District of New York, on May 16, 1988, after Leot was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Leot was raised in Des Moines, Iowa, and received his Doctor of Education, EDD, in 1983 from a university in Massachusetts. He worked conducting management training seminars for employees of large companies. Leot had ties to Hoboken, New Jersey, New York, Des Moines, Iowa, Springfield, Illinois, and Gainesville, Georgia. He may have fled the United States and traveled to Southeast Asia, specifically the Philippines, or to the northern region of Canada. Leot has a Snoopy tattoo on his left arm, but it is unknown if it is the Snoopy character or the word Snoopy spelled out. Should be considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. Field Office, New York. Up next, Eugene Palmer. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution murder. Eugene Palmer is wanted for allegedly shooting and killing his daughter-in-law on September 24, 2012, in Stony Point, New York. After a local arrest warrant was issued for Palmer in Rockland County and he was charged with murder. A federal arrest warrant was issued on June 10, 2013, by the United States Court for the Southern District of New York after Palmer was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Palmer is known to be interested in auto racing and is a car enthusiast. He is also an experienced hunter and outdoorsman. Palmer's left thumb is deformed. Should be considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. Field Office, New York.